Major funding for A Conversation About Caring is provided by the Harris Foundation, dedicated to helping America's seniors live healthier, happier, more fulfilling lives. The Harris Foundation, the will to do wonders. Additional funding provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
We talked a little about the conversation in the roundtable. How does the conversation get started? Who starts the conversation? Who should start the conversation? Is it the child? Is it the parent? In most cases, what have you found actually happens?
Well, it's usually the child, but I was really struck by Jane Brian Quinn talking about how her parents came up. But one of the things that's interesting about the conversation is it's often the parents will surprise you that they've actually thought a lot about these issues that you've been obsessing with, but they actually, it's their life. You know, it's just you're just watching their life. You know, and following that lead during the conversation period is a very important one. That's why, you know, listening to their wishes, no matter how bizarre they may seem to you, you know, that can lead you to a lot of interesting things and find out. Also, it's a moment when a lot of things come to the surface. On the one hand, a lot of the negative stuff that's been suppressed comes up, but then there's stuff, the other ways, there are openings for change and openings for ways of understanding each other in ways that are
How do
different.
I know those are happening? What are the signals?
Well, you know when you're in the middle of it. You certainly know when you're in the middle of it. And when you're, I mean, the thing about it is we all carry, most of us carry a certain kind of wounding that happens, being, in our family experience. And some of that can be healed through this process. And it's happened to me, it's happened to a lot of people that I know.
How do I know when I look at my parents that it's time for me to pay attention, that conversation's on the horizon, the near horizon?
You know, I can't stress enough how the worst way to do this is to wait for there to be so many issues that it's so clear that something has to be happening, and then start the conversation. Now, let's be real. That's the way most times it's happening because we are not doing this early enough.
We live in denial about it.
We live in denial
Not only
so
denial,
wonderfully.
it's also sometimes very hard to break through. It's very, I mean, you might bring it up, raise it informally, hey, what about this? What about...
Especially this generation of parents, right?
I think so. I think that's true.
Except that I'll tell you, AARP did some research on this, and it absolutely, I mean, we have statistical stuff that backs up what Hugh just said. We talked to adult children who had older living parents, and we talked to older parents who had living adult children. And we asked them the same set of questions to two populations. So question number one, do you think about you getting older and needing some help? Do you think about your parents getting older and needing some help? And in fact, here's good news. Same statistic, 75% of both groups said, absolutely, I think about this regularly. Older parents are thinking about it, adult children are thinking about it. So the next question was, have you talked? Said the question posed to the aged parent, have you talked to your adult child about this? To the adult child, have you talked to your older parent? So you're thinking. So this is a good news, bad news story. The good news is we have the same statistical piece of information. They both responded with the same answer. Unfortunately, it was over 2/3 have never talked about it. So we're all thinking about it and we're not talking about it. And then gets to the sort of, well, why not? And there's a whole lot of reasons why not. It includes adult children feeling uncomfortable about this. If everything's fine, why would I want to talk to mom about everything not being fine? There's mom thinking, if I bring this up, are they going to think that I'm expecting them to do things? Am I going to be considered to be a burden?
Are they going to take me out of my house?
Are they going to take me out of my house?
Take control?
Do they want my inheritance? You know, we can come up with a lot of reasons. What we have to do is plow through those reasons. And I think one of the safest ways to come at this conversation way, way, way early is from the approach of, Mom, Dad, you're healthy, you're fine, you're in control. This is the way we want it to stay. And we'll only be able to have that happen if we've all talked together as a family about how it is we want to approach the rest of your life so that you stay in control throughout the whole piece.
To learn more about how to start the caring conversation, download a comprehensive caregiver's handbook and watch the entire show online, go to pbs.org/caringforyourparents. Major funding for A Conversation About Caring is provided by the Harris Foundation, dedicated to helping America's seniors live healthier, happier, more fulfilling lives. The Harris Foundation, the will to do wonders. Additional funding provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.